Shalom Aleichem and welcome to Online Smicha. We know that the world is, the Eibishter created the world, that we should be civilized, each to his own, take care of yourself, help out your community, help out your neighbor, and chas v'shalom, not cause damage to anybody. Now, the way a person may cause damage, halachic terms for this is a few. There is where you intentionally go and break something of somebody else, that belongs to somebody else. That's a mazik biyadayim. And if you do that, you're obviously liable to pay. And then there is what's called a grama, which is where you didn't intentionally or you didn't hands-on damage somebody's property. What you did, or somebody's belongings, what you did was indirect, a ricochet effect. Something that you did had a ripple effect, and the friend, somebody else had a damage, which even then we know a person is responsible to pay. I'm going to speak today about a third level, and that is indirect damage, but not like a ricochet effect. It's even lower, and yet we see a person has to be careful in what he does. There is a Gemara in Masechta Baba Kama Daf Nun Hey, and it's actually it's passing like this in Shulchan Aruch and Hilchas Eidus. There are two people fighting in Beis Din. And there's a dispute that whether or not he owes him, one owes the second. Reuven owes Shimon $1,000 in that. Shimon is trying to bring evidence that Reuven owes him the money. And now, either Reuven or Shimon has witnesses to prove their case, but the witnesses are not interested in coming. They're busy, they don't want to help out. So the din in Shulchan Aruch and the Gemara says, if I'm able to help and be a witness for a case that's in the dispute in Beis Din, and I'm holding myself back and I'm not interested to help out, besides for being going against what the Torah says, if the verdict was different than what you could have done, somebody just lost money, and you could have made that loss not happen. So even though I didn't physically steal that money, yet the Gemara says, Chayev b'dinei shemayim. Min hashemayim, you're responsible to pay. And we can't take you to court and make you pay for that, but you should know it's not a clean slate. Min hashemayim, you're chayev to pay. And the Ramban, in Kuntras Dina de Gami, says, it's no different than Hashavas Aveda. What is Hashavas Aveda? Hashavas Aveda is somebody lost something, you found it, you're able to return it, you have a chiyuv to return it. Now, if you're ignoring the fact, we can't make you liable to pay, but you should know, min hashemayim, you're going to have to sing and dance and explain and pay back for what you could have helped another yid. So this is the halacha. Now, where is this relevant to a practical issue? I saw in Sifrei Achronim, they speak about, there's many communal places, like shuls, yeshivas, libraries, mikvahs, that you can't have an attendant there always making sure all is fine, and there's always latecomers. So let's take a shul, a yeshiva that they wanted to be open for people to, whoever wants to come daven and learn should come, whatever it is. All they ask is there's a sign on the wall that says that the last one out, please shut the lights. The last one out, shut the air conditioning, shut the heat. It's an expense. Here there's a person that got the usage of the shul, got the usage of the yeshiva. He studied, he davened, and he sees that sign, and he just walks out. He's able to prevent a loss. He's able to prevent a loss of a financial loss from this person, from the community, from the shul, and he just ignores it. Would this halacha apply to him too? Would the halacha, just like an aid who is able to prevent a loss, it's not chay b'dinei adam, but it's chay b'dinei shemayim. Would b'dinei shemayim this person be responsible for the fact that he didn't shut the lights? So actually, Reb Shlomo Zalman Auerbach in Mincha Shlomo Chelik Aleph Siman Pei Beis, he says that just like Yedei Edus Lechaveiroi, and he doesn't say testimony, he's chayiv min hashemayim. So too, every Aveda. If you ignore the fact that you didn't help out somebody to get back what he's able to do, what was able to get back, you'll be chayiv min hashamayim. Others say perhaps there's difference, because by edus, at least there's somebody standing there with a claim. Somebody's asking for your help, because when somebody's not asking for your help, halachically you don't have to offer your services. If somebody's asking for your help, and there's somebody wants money, or somebody wants to save his money, or whatever it is, so over there, I understand why I have to get involved. Where there's a situation like Aveda, where there's nobody has a claim against you, maybe it's different. It's brought from Rab Sternbuch in Shuvas Van Hage Simen Shin Ayin Ches. So whether or not you'll be Chai B'din Shemayim for doing that is dependent on these two opinions. Now, one thing I got to say, if it's not totally dependent on this person to shut the lights, if it's a time when the Gabbai, the Shamash, has to be there, and it's his job to take care of the maintenance of the shul, then we not necessarily, a person seeing the sign or the person being there feels that it's my responsibility. I'm not the kaplishmacher here. However, when you're the only one here, and there's a clear sign, and you see that we're depending on the mannerism, on the good heart of the people, then it comes out that according to some poskim achrayim today, by the fact that you were not willing to prevent, this is different, to prevent a forthcoming loss, which is different than the Aveda that you already lost. Some poskim say even that would be chayav b'din shemayim.